Hello, I'm Cheung, editing contributor, and welcome to this video, part 2 of a look at the Tamron-Link TL-01, an innovative accessory from leading lens maker Tamron. To recap, the Tamron-Link TL-01 is a tiny device that gives Bluetooth connectivity to Tamron lenses. Currently, there are 19 optics in the range that are fully compatible. To use the TL-01, plug it into the Tamron lens, and on your smart device, download Tamron's Lens Utility mobile app. This is free and available for Android and iOS. Pair the two up with Bluetooth and you have full control of the lens's aperture and focusing rings, and there's the ability to change aspects of handling. So, for example, the rotation of the manual focusing barrel can be reversed to match your existing lenses. Having all these custom functions is very welcome, and then there's a freedom that changes can be made by Bluetooth rather than having the lens connected to the computer, and that is very welcome. Essentially, it means you can change settings while you're on location rather than hooked up to the computer. But there's more, much more for stills and video shooting. The Tamron-Link works with a custom switch on Tamron lenses, with many models having 3 positions, so features can be assigned to these and brought into play with a push or a 1-second hold of the focus set button. Here's what can be done. Assign function from camera. A camera feature can be assigned to this button. Select AF, MF. Toggle between auto and manual focus. Focus preset lets you instantly move the lens focus to a predetermined point. A to B focus. This lets you restrict manual focus to 2 focus points that you can choose. To set it up, press focus set button for 1 second at focus point A, adjust focus, and then press the button again for point B. In video, you can time the focus transition time. In photo, the focus change is instant. Ring function. Control aperture or focus by Bluetooth. Useful when you physically can't get at the lens's controls. Focus stopper. Lets you set limits of focus. 2 Astro FCL settings. These lock focus at infinity for Astro work, and in fine adjustment, focus can be adjusted in DFF. Focus time-lapse, a feature that supports the camera's interval timer feature, and you can reduce time-lapse footage with a gradual focus shift. Ring stopper. Stopper markers can be placed to limit focusing or aperture movement to work within a certain range, and you can set this range. Linear, non-linear switching. Either the feel of traditional lenses, brackets linear, or focus by wire. Working with some of these features, such as focus stopper, the Astro modes, and ring stopper, means you need to go to the DFF page of the app. DFF stands for Digital Follow Focus. Let's take a closer look at a couple of these DFF features. One of my favourites is Focus Time-Lapse, which works in conjunction with the camera's interval timer and suits video and stills capture. The setup options are the number of frames to skip, which means the number of shots with a fixed focus position, and the number of frames where focus position changes. In the camera, set up the interval timer to match the number of frames you want for the time-lapse. For stills photography, this feature can be used for focus bracketing. Let's say, for example, you want to do a 40 image stack. In frame counts to skip, set the number to 1, and the frames to move to 39, so you have a total of 40 frames. Then in the DFF menu, you can set the 2 extremes of focus to cover the zone of sharpness that you want. Of course, being able to see precisely the focusing range is one advantage compared with normal focus bracketing. In the camera, set the interval timer function to shoot 40 frames. Then when you are ready, press the camera shutter button to get the interval timer going, and the Tamron Lens Utility app does the rest, adjusting focus as shots are taken. Take the resulting shots into your preferred focus stacking software and merge the images. For video in DFF, you can set up a focus pull and adjust aperture as well as focus at the same time. In DFF, you can steplessly control the aperture and focusing rings. Pinching the focus ring enlarges the focus to scale for greater accuracy. Hit the ABC icon to bring up the menu where you choose to mark the iris, focus, or both. For this demo, I'll stick with just focusing. Move the focus ring to the start point. Let's say the subject is 2 meters from the camera, and pressing A will memorize that distance. For the next focusing point, let's say it's at 3 meters, hold B to lock in the focusing distance. There's the option to set the time you want the focus pull to take, and ease, which is the transition style. 0 is the smoothest. Lastly, let's say you want infinity for the third distance, so hold C to lock that focus distance in, and here the 7 seconds transition time is fine. We're starting at A, so scroll back to the first marker. Hit B when you're ready, and the focus pull begins from A to B. When you get to B, you then hit C for the last stage of the focus pull. If you want, double tapping on each letter adjusts focus instantly. I hope that the closer look at 2 of the functions possible with the Tamron-Link TL-01 gives you an idea of this device's potential. Indeed, I hope the 2 video reviews have given you a very good all-round look at the TL-01 and what it can do. Whether you own a Tamron lens or are aspiring to buy one, bear in mind the possibilities of the TL-01. It adds features not available on other lenses, and the Tamron lens utility makes it easy to use. Plus it's really tiny, so it does not impair lens handling. Price of £59, the Tamron-Link TL-01 can be highly recommended.